You want to go over and say hi to Tiki Man? He doesn't bite. Go over and say hi to him. We also have a picture of Bill Crawley up here. Please sign that because today the Crawley family is going to be taking that home in remembrance of Bill Crawley and all his fans. So without further ado, Tiki Man Radio and Rick's Entertainment Complex welcomes to the stage Roger Jokela.
Good morning, everybody. Had to set an alarm to get down here today. Well, it's a holiday weekend and I'm headed south. Gotta get that work taste out of my mouth. Got some friends with a place down in Mexico. I hopped on a big metal bird and away we go. You know, lately my job's been stressing me out. Ben, they know what I'm talking about. In a couple of hours I'll have my toes in the sand. Troubles behind and a beer in my hand. There ain't no way work's tracking me down. Cell phone's off and it ain't coming out. Minute this big bird touches the ground, it's rat race lost and paradise found. Well, in the morning I'll wake as the sun's coming up. Pour a little Kahlua in my coffee cup. Sit back on the porch in the cool ocean breeze, daydreaming about living my life on the seas. For a moment my mind takes me back to the days pirates were sailing the waterways. Then it's yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum, drinking pina coladas in the Mexican sun. There ain't no way work's tracking me down. Cell phone's off and it ain't coming on. The minute this big bird touches the ground, it's rat race lost, paradise found. Rat race lost and paradise found. You know, I've never seen a more beautiful sight. The sun slowly giving way to moonlight as the billions of stars over Mexico shine. The big old smile on this heart of mine, 'cause there ain't no way work's tracking me down. The cell phone's off and it ain't coming on. Minute this big bird touches the ground, it's rat race lost and paradise found. Rat race lost, paradise found. Rat race lost, paradise found. Paradise found. That's a song I wrote that was on my last record. Well, welcome everybody. Good to see y'all. See some familiar faces, some new ones. If you don't know me, my name is Roger Jokela. I am a cheesehead. I was born up in northern Wisconsin many moons ago. Bought a guitar when I was 15 because I got a Jimmy Buffett record. Then I got a Jerry Jeff record. And I started listening to Texas music a lot. This is the first song on my first CD, title song, about that trip from being a cheesehead to a Texas singer-songwriter. Well, I was born up in the Northwoods, way up Wisconsin way. Until the day I die, that's something I'll be proud to say. But when I started making music, a change came over me. Now the only explanation, far as I can see, is in my first life I must have been from Texas, down around where Bob Wills and his Playboys used to roam. In my first life I must have been from Texas. I bet I had a home in San Antonio. Well, when I got beside my first guitar, I felt a stirring in my soul. My friends were turning up their amps, playing rock and roll. I was strumming along with every Bob Wills record I could find. Looking back, I guess I should have seen that as a sign that in my first life, must have been from Texas, down around where Bob Wills and his playboys used to roam. My first life, I must have been from Texas. I bet I had a home in San Antonio. Well, I know a first life might sound crazy, but that's the only thing explain why I can't get enough. Good old Texas swing, roly-poly out of red, watching bubbles in my beer. Right along, I'll always love you, are the songs I love to hear. 'Cause in my first life, I must have been from Texas, down around where Bob Wills and his playboys used to roam. In my first life, I must have been from Texas. I bet I had a home in San Antonio. Oh, in my first life, I must have been from Texas, down around where Bob Wills and his playboys used to roam. My first life must have been from Texas. I bet I had a home in a place to call my own in that swinging Texas town of San Antonio. Thank you. Well, even though I'm a musician, when I drive around in my car, I listen to sports talk radio all the time. I always wanted to write a song about drunk dialing, and I heard that old clip of Peyton Manning talking about a liquored up kicker, and I'm like, that was what that song needed. There's a little hook called Liquored Up. When I'm liquored up, when I'm sober, I don't think of you at all. I only look you up when I'm liquored up. And darling, there's no doubt tonight you'll get the call. 'Cause I've been sitting on this bar stool since 4 o'clock. I stopped counting when I had my 7 shiner box. But your number's on my cell phone there beside my bed, and it's the sweet sound of your voice that I long to hear. But I only look you up when I'm liquored up. When I'm sober, I don't think of you at all. Yeah, I only look you up when I'm liquored up. And darling, there's no doubt tonight you'll get the call. You think by now that I'd be over you, and I'm doing fine until I've had a few. But then my lonesome heart just starts remembering when, and I can't stop my hand from reaching for my phone. But I only look you up when I'm liquored up. When I'm sober, I don't think of you at all. Yeah, I only look you up when I'm liquored up. And darling, there's no doubt tonight you'll get the call. 'Cause I only look you up when I'm liquored up. When I'm sober, I don't think of you at all. I only look you up when I'm liquored up. Darling, there's no doubt tonight you'll get the call. And darling, that's why every night you get the call. The song I wrote that was on my last record. Thank you to Danny and Brian for asking me out this year to play. Appreciate that. The song I wrote called Bucket List. A lifelong friend of mine turned 55 years old this week. He's on a plane to climb Mount Everest as we speak. But he said it's on his bucket list to climb that peak. Well, I shook his hand and wished him all the best. And today, like my good friend, well, I thought I'd write down a list of things to do while I'm still around. Sat here thinking hours and hours, something so profound. I found I'm just a simple man, I guess. 'Cause there's only beer, bait, and ice on my bucket list. No need to climb a mountain when I can fish. Compared to all my friends, mine's sure the easiest. 'Cause there's only beer, bait, and ice on my bucket list. Buddy Sam, he wants to see the 7 wonders. My buddy Lonnie wants to take that trip down under. My buddy Dave just wants to hit the road and wander. Lord, it's clear to me I'm not like all the rest. 'Cause there's only beer, bait, and ice on my bucket list. No need to climb a mountain when I can fish. Compared to all my friends, mine's sure the easiest. 'Cause there's only beer, bait, and ice on my bucket list. I live a simple life, I'm satisfied with the fish I catch, then I fry. There's only beer, bait, and ice on my bucket list. No need to climb a mountain when I can fish. Compared to all my friends, well, mine's sure the easiest. 'Cause there's only beer, bait, and ice on my bucket list. Yeah, there's only beer, bait, and ice on my bucket list. That's a song that was on my last record. Thank you. Well, here's a song I wrote about dogs, and more specifically, dogs and women, and their need to coexist in my world. I moved down here about 12 years ago with a tent and a guitar and a PA system. I couldn't bring my dog with me, so I had to leave my dog Merle back with my friends in Nashville. After I found a place to move into, I went and picked him up and drove back down here, and on the way between Gainesville and Naples, I wrote this song. Some strange twists of fate, it got on the radio in Key West almost immediately. It's called The Dog Song. Goes out to any canine lovers in the audience. There was this new girl at work I thought was awful pretty. Asked her out on a date. So we met for margaritas. Right away I thought that things were going great. 'Cause she was pretty and smart, and just the kind of girl that I'd been dreaming about. But then at 8:17, she opened her mouth and this came out. She said she doesn't like dogs. Good Lord, who doesn't like dogs? She says whenever she's around them, they always try to bite her right away I knew she couldn't even be a one-nighter because she doesn't like dogs. So what else could I do except pay the bartender and bid that pretty lady adieu? It got me thinking, who in the world wouldn't like a dog? Because they're man's best friend, fuzzy and warm with unconditional love. But in the end, I guess I'm truly glad she gave me that warning. But in the back of my mind, I wish she would have waited till the morning to tell me that she doesn't like dogs. Good Lord, who doesn't like dogs? She says whenever she's around them, they always try to bite her right away. I knew she couldn't even be a one-nighter because she doesn't like dogs. So what else could I do except pay the bartender and bid that pretty lady adieu? So for Lassie, Old Yeller, and Rin Tin Tin, tonight I took a stand for man's best friend. Of course I was standing up for my good old dog Merle. And with her overall lack of canine compassion, she'll never know the comfort of a canine companion. So I guess in the end, I truly just pity that girl, because she doesn't like dogs. Good Lord, who doesn't like dogs? She says whenever she's around them, they always try to bite her right away. I knew she couldn't even be a one-nighter because she doesn't like dogs. So what else could I do except pay the bartender and bid that pretty lady adieu? And I was standing up for Snoopy and old Scooby-Doo. That's a song that was on my second record. Thank you. About the only good thing that came out of the quarantine for me was I wrote a few songs and I found an old hard drive that had a bunch of old songs on it. And some of them were quite good. But this is one of my last record was called Key Western Swing. And I decided, since I kind of invented that genre myself, that I could go ahead and call myself the king of Key Western Swing. It's a song that's going to be on my new record. After 18 years in Nashville, I'd grown tired of that town. They stopped making country music, and that sure got me down. So I packed up my belongings, bid that town adieu, hit the road to find me someplace new. Well, my buddy Tim Loesch told me that I should try Key West. Sure enough, old Fiddlin' Tim knew what was the best. Now I'm down at mile zero, having me a ball, picking and a singing on Duval. Now they call me the king of Key Western Swing. If you want your toes a tapping, sit right there, I'll make it happen. Call me the king of Key Western Swing, and I'm the ding-dong daddy of Duval. Now I'm always gonna sing you some good old Jimmy Buffett, but man, I love Bob Wills and I love me some Lyle Lovett. So songs that I'll be singing have a little taste of each. 1 minute we'll be on the ranch, the next we're on the beach. Oh, they call me the king of Key Western swing. If you want your toes to tap and sit right there, I'll make it happen. Call me the king of Key Western swing, and I'm the ding-dong daddy of Duval. Now when I'm playing, all I wanna do is see you smile. Forget about your worries for a little while. So just sit back and order yourself up another round. Listen to my new Key Western sound. Oh, they call me the king of Key Western swing. If you want your toes to tap and sit right there, I'll make it happen. Call me the king of Key Western swing, and I'm the ding-dong daddy of Duval. Yeah, they call me the king, Key Western swing. If you want your toes to tap and sit right there, I'll make it happen. Call me the king of Key Western swing, and I'm the ding-dong daddy of Duval. Yeah, I'm the ding-dong daddy of Duval. Oh, that's a little new music. It's gonna be on my next record. This is a song I wrote about my favorite attire from my feet. I was pretty excited when I found out they make flip-flops that have golf spikes in the bottom of them. And now I can maintain my tan line all year round. A song called Flip-Flop Feeling. Well, once a year when I need it most, I take a trip down to the coast to hang out with a bunch of my crazy friends. Well, the first thing I do when I hit that beach, take shoes and the socks right off of my feet, slide on my old flip-flops and just let the fun begin. 'Cause Lord, I love that flip-flop feeling. 10 little piggies down there breathing. They've been cooped up all year long, socks and shoes, and that's so wrong. There ain't nothing my toes like better than a flat chunk of rubber, little piece of leather out there in the sweet sunshine, just flip-flop feeling fine. Now I don't claim to be Dr. Scholl's, but whenever I take a seaside stroll, just can't help but thinking in my mind, I can somehow bottle this feeling up, be drinking this beer from a golden cup. I'd forever leave the world of shoes and socks behind. 'Cause Lord, I love that flip-flop feeling. 10 little piggies down there breathing. They've been cooped up all year long, socks and shoes, and that's so wrong. There ain't nothing my toes like better than a flat chunk of rubber, little piece of leather out there in the sweet sunshine, just flip-flop feeling fine. If you think it's silly that I wrote this song about a shoe that's basically a big toe thong, probably don't see life quite like I do. But for those of you out in the sun that know right where I'm coming from, folks, I'm up here singing this here flip-flop song for you. 'Cause Lord, I love that flip-flop feeling. 10 little piggies down there breathing. They've been cooped up all year long, socks and shoes, and that's so wrong. There ain't nothing my toes like better than a flat chunk of rubber, little piece of leather out there in the sweet sunshine, just flip-flop feeling fine. Well, Well, everyone sing along with me. I'm talking bipedal ecstasy. Out there in the sweet sunshine, just flip-flop feeling, flip-flop feeling, flip-flop feeling fine. That's a song that was on my first record. Thank you. Bill and Tony, hello. How are you guys? I've got a good friend, Doug Byers, that was in the band Sam Sham and the Pharaohs back in the day. An official two-hit wonder. Had Wooly Bully and Hey There Little Red Riding Hood. But Doug's got a beach house in Mexico we go hang out at. I wrote this one about him. I got tired of telling my friends I got a friend with a beach house. I decided I wanted to sing it. Well, ask anyone, they'll tell you I take life in stride. And my disposition's always been a source of pride. But it ain't like I ain't got my share of problems too. I just choose to let the good things steer my point of view. Oh, and speaking of good things, let's talk about my friends. 'Cause when life comes down on me, it's on them that I depend. But when I'm in deep despair and need of therapy, well, this one friend in particular takes care of me. I got a friend with a beach house on the coast in Mexico. Now and then we all head south, let the real world go. For a weekend, the only worry on my mind is running out of beer and limes. Luckier man than me, well, I doubt you'll ever know. 'Cause I got a friend with a beach house on the coast in Mexico. You know, there's something about a sandy beach and an ice cold beer that somehow seems to make life's problems disappear. So I don't waste money on no self-help books to read. When a hammock by the ocean's all I really need. I got a friend with a beach house on the coast in Mexico. Now and then we all head south, let the real world go. For a weekend, the only worry on my mind is running out of beer and limes. Luckier man than me, well, I doubt you'll ever know. 'Cause I got a friend with a beach house on the coast in Mexico. Just a few days from reality does wonders for my sanity. And I got a friend with a beach house on the coast in Mexico. Now and then we all head south, let the real world go. For a weekend, the only worry on my mind is running out of beer and lime. Luckier man than me, well, I doubt you'll ever know. 'Cause I got a friend with a beach house on the coast in Mexico. I got a friend with a beach house on the coast in Mexico. That's a song I wrote. It was on my second record. Thank you, thank you. I call this song an anatomical love song. Started out writing a song called "I Was Wrapped Around Your Finger Until You Flipped Me Off," but somehow I ended up writing a song called "I'd Give My Right Arm for Your Left Hand." After some serious reflection, the time we spent together, darling, I'm believing you're my Mrs. Right. I've come to this conclusion cause the thought of ever losing you leaves my poor heart terrorized with fright. Now I could do the ordinary thing, get down on one knee, but we both know ordinary just ain't me. So I'm here to tell you now in the best way I know how, I want you by my side eternally. I'd give my right arm for your left hand. Let me place a golden band on it for the world to see. You're the only girl for me. Here on out, all I want to do is be your man, and I'd give my right arm for your left hand. Well, you might not have noticed. Just ask my friends, they'll tell you that I'm smiling more every passing day. The only explanation, sweet, sweet inspiration, and I'm speaking from my heart, girl, when I say I'd give my right arm for your left hand. Let me place a golden band on it for the world to see. You're the only girl for me. Here on out, all I want to do is be your man, and I'd give my right arm for your left hand. Said I've said it, and girl, I'll never regret it, just as long as you agree to be my bride. From here on out, you'll see how happy you and I could be. You'll forever let me be here by your side. So I'd give my right arm for your left hand. Let me place a golden band on it for the world to see. You're the only girl for me. Here on out, all I want to do is be your man, and I'd give my right arm for your left hand. Yeah, I'd give my right arm for your left hand. I'd give my right arm for your left Thank you.
Okay. How do people get tickets for it?
We're going to do a Papa Pilar rum drawing after my set, so please stay tuned. And if you win it, give me some of it. When I was talking about finding a hard drive during COVID, we had all kinds of time to clean, and I found this old hard drive when I first moved to Nashville. I think I would play a song once, and if people didn't clap, I thought the song sucked. And I was wrong. There was many very good songs in there. I just was so timid that I thought I just had a bad audience. But this is one that I'm going to put on this new record, and I've already got 3 people that have told me that I'm singing it at their funeral. So I guess that's a good thing. At least it's an upbeat song. A song called Don't Say I Died, Say I Lived. Spent his whole life chasing dreams, traveled the country from ocean to ocean, most everywhere in between. Oh, he'd tell us all stories about all his travels, all of the things that he did. He said, when I die, don't nobody cry, and don't say I died, say I live. 'Cause you never get nowhere in this life not moving and seeing what's out there to see. Some may be content living life in slow motion, tell you that's no life for me. So I live each day like there'll be no tomorrow, give each day all I can give. My only request when you lay me to rest is don't say I died, say I live. That old man has long since made his final journey. 25 years he's been gone, but I took it on myself to keep up his chase now that I got a life of my own. Oh, I wonder what my life would be like if I had met him when I was a kid. That traveling man with the dreams in his hands saying, don't say I died, say I live. 'Cause you never get nowhere in this life not moving and seeing what's out there to see. Some may be content living life in slow motion, tell you that's no life for me. So I live each day like there'll be no tomorrow, give each day all I can give. My only request when you lay me to rest is don't say I died, say I live. Never get nowhere in this life not moving and seeing what's out there to see. Some may be content living life in slow motion, tell you that's no life for me. So I live each day like there'll be no tomorrow, give each day all I can give. My only request when you lay me to rest, don't say I died, say I live. My only request when you lay me to rest is don't say I died, say I live. That's an old song I wrote 25 years ago, but thanks to COVID, I found it. Well, I'm not going to talk about Heather's tattoo. Oh, I just did, didn't I? No, I got a couple of tattoo songs. I'm going to do the other one, but Heather showed me her butt once about 7, 8 years ago. I got one song about a rebel tattoo, and somebody had an interesting tattoo on her butt cheek. Well, I'm going to be 60 years old in less than a month, or right about a month, I guess. December 11th, I hit 60. But I've made it this far without a tattoo on my body. I'm a blank canvas. I wrote this song. I write songs about tattoos, though. I wrote this one for anybody who's ever had a lover's name tattooed on their body, and especially those that live to regret it, which is a very, very high percentage. This is one that was on my last record. But I'll be the first one to admit I probably jumped the gun. 'Cause on our 5-week anniversary, I had it done. A rose within a heart with your name below, tattooed between my shoulder and my elbow. And in the weeks that followed, I sensed things weren't going well, with way less I love yous and far more go to hell. But when you finally packed your things and said that we must part, well, you probably thought you left me with a broken heart. But it was only a flesh wound. I'm gonna be just fine. And I'm at the tattoo parlor now, working on a cover-up design. The rose and the heart can stay, but your name is gonna go away. And loving you will be a memory soon, 'cause you were only a flesh wound. You're not the first, you won't be the last. I never told you 'cause you didn't ask. But that eagle there on my chest, well, that was covering up Mary Beth. The spider web with the tarantula there on my leg is covering Angela. Crescent moon on my right butt cheek, well, that was covering up Anne-Marie. Girl, you're nothing but a flesh wound. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm at the tattoo parlor now, working on a cover-up design. The rose and the heart can stay, but your name is gonna go away. And loving you will be a memory soon, 'cause you were only a flesh wound. Now I've heard it said that true love comes in many colors. Since you've shown me yours, you're just like all the others. Yeah, you're only a flesh wound. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm at the tattoo parlor now, working on a cover-up design. The rose and the heart can stay, but your name is gonna go away. Loving you will be a memory soon, 'cause you were only a flesh wound. Yeah, loving you will be a memory soon, 'cause you were only a flesh wound. That's a song that was on my last record. We're doing a drawing. All right, everybody. We got a nice big old juicy bottle of Papa's Pilar rum that Brian has.
All right. Hey, we're going to do the drawing real quick, because I know you guys are getting ready to take off on your next little... Who wants some rum?
The person who has ticket 398-446.
398 446 446. Do we got a winner? All right, bring it up here.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. All that goes, all the money we've raised for this bottle goes to the Navy. Thank you so very much.
Yep.
Got time for a couple more songs. Thank you all for coming out. I know a lot of you get up early in the morning. I don't. This is the earliest I've gotten up in about 3 months. That's just my life. I'm sorry. I apologize, but this is a song I wrote called Let's Get Ready to Stumble. I said I'd be home, but the fish just kept biting on and on and on. You got a right to be mad, feeling this way, but before we start fighting, I just gotta say, let's get ready to stumble. I don't wanna fight. How's about we just go out drinking tonight? Forget about whatever we was fighting about. Let's get ready to stumble and go drinking tonight. Sit here and argue argue for the rest of the day, but there's a band at the Tiki getting ready to play. We'll pick this up Monday, the weekend is here. Let's put down our dukes and grab us a beer and get ready to stumble. I don't wanna fight. How's about we just go out drinking tonight? Forget about whatever we was fighting about. Let's get ready to stumble and go drinking tonight. We'll drink margaritas, Mai Tais, and drinks with umbrellas, fruity and blue, laughing and dancing till the morning light. Now don't that sound better than starting a fight? Don't that sound better than starting a fight? So let's get ready to stumble, I don't wanna fight. How's about we just go out drinking tonight? Forget about whatever we was fighting about. Let's get ready to stumble. Let's get ready to stumble. Let's get ready to stumble and go drinking tonight. That's a song that was on my second record. Thank you very much. Well, thank you, Danny, for having me out today. Heather, Brian, Michelle, how are you? I finished with the only song I've ever recorded that I actually co-wrote with somebody. I wrote this with my buddy Dan Cohen, who's a great guitar player in Nashville. We were playing golf one day, and I said, I want to write a song called It Ain't Over Till the Fat Lady Swings. And he looked at me and said, yes. So we met for lunch at Calypso Cafe, and he says, I think I got the melody. You just got to get the words for me. And then we finished writing it, and I said, okay, now you got to teach me how to play it, because there's a lot of chords in that I don't know. But we shortened the name up to Fat Lady Swings. Have a wonderful rest of your showcase today. I'll be hanging around for a little bit. I got a gig up at Marathon tonight, but anyway. Friday night, music starts, room full of lonely hearts, same old faces at the Purple Rose. Suddenly the door swings wide, Miss Ruby steps inside, skinny girls are looking down their noses. But Miss Ruby, she don't care about those hoes. Twisted, twirling, hip-shaking whirlwind, each night her legend grows. Down at the Purple Rose, hearts are racing, those bows are chasing. You never know quite what the night'll bring, and it ain't over till the fat lady swings. She knows the night is ending. Miss Ruby scans the room, looking for a band to satisfy. Believe me, 'cause I know it's true. She locks her eyes on you. There's no place to turn and run and hide. So just hold on tight and saddle up for one wild ride. Twisting and twirling, hip-shaking whirlwind, each night her legend grows. Down at the Purple Rose, hearts are racing, those bows are chasing. You never know quite what the night'll bring, and it ain't over till the fat lady swings. Well, twisting and twirling, hip-shaking whirlwind, each night her legend grows. Purple Rose, hearts are racing, those bows are chasing. You never know quite what the night'll bring, and it ain't over till the fat lady swings. this afternoon, folks. Thank you all for coming out listening. Thank you to Tiki Man Radio for having me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Jokela! Thank you so much, Roger. Appreciate it. You guys having a good time? And we're just getting started. We got a great day. Next coming up is Jason Acey. This guy is good. Lots happening today. Today, day number 3, sponsored by Cammy's Grammy. If you want to know all about her and Cammy and the Grammy and the whole 9 yards, go back there and see those ladies in the pink. So appreciate those guys. And let me see, our happy hour today, our Tiki Time happy hour is going to have Tim Campbell and the Tropical Attitudes, sponsored by Reggae Wines. Thanks everybody who did the raffle. We've got 2 more Pilars to raffle off. All the money goes to support our Navy folks back there. We appreciate those guys. The Chief Petty Officer Association, all that money that we raise goes to help those Navy folks that are in need, our men and women. And some of it goes back into the community as well, so we appreciate that. We'll be doing a raffle again here shortly. Of course, you can get 5 tickets for 10 or 25 tickets for 20. Thank you to our volunteers that's out there doing their thing. Great big thanks to Rick's Entertainment Complex, Dirty Harry Stage. Say hi to their staff. We got Haley on my left, your right. We got Tosha on my right, your left. We appreciate that. What was that? Tosha! Not a Tosha, but Tosha! We have a tip jar up here.
All right.
All the artists who are playing, please put a little love in that
Look
bucket.
at
We appreciate that.
Roger over here.
For those who didn't know,
Only got so
Tiki
much
Man
time.
Radio is
He's just grabbing a beer.
around the world on Tiki Man Radio on the internet. www.tikimanradio.com.
Well,
And on YouTube. We are actually live on YouTube. We've been live the last 2 days. If you don't have the app, we got an app for that. Come up here and at your table, look at your little thing on the table there, the little flyer. Click that. You can put Tiki Man Radio app on your phone.
so don't you look
We're going to let
handsome?
Jason get set up, and I'll be right back up here, folks.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't you look handsome today?
Well,
you
I'm
sure
not-
are looking good, Tiki Man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, I feel good. I had a little bit of coffee this morning. Here he comes. We'll get you on these right here, man. There we go.
Check, check. Oh, there I am.
There we
you
go.
are.
Roger Jokela.
What's going on?
Man, I hear you're moving to Belize, and I got to tell you, I'm a little pissed off about it.
I'm not moving permanently, but I'm going to start
He's
spending.
kidding. Yeah.
I'm going down there. You know, it gets cold here. You know, once you live in the Keys, it even gets cold here in January. Last few trips we've gone down, I usually go down in the end of January and get off the plane in Belize. I'm like, oh, it's actually warm here.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, years ago, Jimmy Parrish wrote a great song about playing down here at Hog's Breath, and the girl said she was tired. She's paying out the money. She's like, I need a new island. And I always thought, man, what a great line of a song. You know, I need a new island. Every once in a while, you need a new island to go to.
Well, I thought about it. I closed on my place down there yesterday, and when I was singing that song, I got a friend who's at the beach house. I'm like, hey, I've got one now.
Yeah, you do. You do. I'm so proud for you.
So I hear you talking about a new album coming out, right?
Yep, I'm pretty much done with it. Just got a few more fiddle licks to put on it. And,
Yeah.
you know, but it should be out in the next 3 months or so.
Yeah.
Will you make sure we get it?
Oh, don't worry about that.
You know,
Awesome.
and it's funny, you know, the Key Western swing, as we call it. You know, that's all you, man. That's
you.
something you created, and it's stuck, and it's worked out really well.
Yep, that's, you know, just at the last minute on my last record, because when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, it sounds like Key West, but it sounds like Texas.
It
And I'm
does.
like, Key Western swing, that might work.
I always love that Bob Wells and
yeah.
Jerry Jeff Walker and that old Texas swing. When Texas swing music was good, man.
Yeah,
It was,
I just got back. I was in New Braunfels, Texas for about 12 days.
Nice.
Going around listening to all these great bands. We saw Jerry Lee Lewis's sister.
Oh.
She was like 78 years old, still hammering on at Green
Really?
Hall. At Green Hall.
Wow.
Still hammering on the keyboards like Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh my gosh, how
I'll be
cool
damned.
is that?
It was funny. Her daughter was there. And her daughter had to help her off the stage to the little booth where she was interviewing people. But when she got behind the keyboard, she
Everything
she
worked.
didn't- but she-
Everything
she
worked.
could barely walk. But when she was behind that keyboard, she was doing everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
Must have
sounded
been
great
so cool.
too.
Must have been something running in the family, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
no
know.
doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt.
So, yeah, man, that's exciting. We've started doing the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise. Every year in May we go to a different island, and this year next year, in 2025, we're going into Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, yeah. We
So,
just did
Dominican
Dominica this
Republic,
past
and
year, yeah.
Mexico, and Jamaica, and we've done all those islands, and it's really nice to go to different places.
Yeah, I've got some friends that have a
Thank
place
you.
in Costa Rica.
Really?
The one thing I liked about Belize is it's an English-speaking country.
Right.
And then, so
I enjoyed Belize too. Now, Danny's never been to Belize, but
gotta get down to
I
Belize.
really enjoyed it when I went.
I can
Yeah.
safely say that I think he'd enjoy it.
I think he would.
I think I could fit in, I think I'd be all
I think
right.
he'd just
man.
be fine.
Yeah.
So when do you think this new music's going to come out?
It should be in. I need to have it out in the next 3 months or so.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of getting the final touches done.
Yeah.
I haven't done any artwork for it yet, but that's all stuff that I do myself. So it's just cracking the whip on me.
Well, maybe the new chapter, some new cover from Belize.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
There'll be.
That'll be the next one.
You ever heard Jerry Jeff Walker's? He's got a record called Cowboy Boots and Bathing Suits.
Yeah.
That's all,
We love that.
all written about Belize.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I probably eventually will have a record written about
Yeah.
my experiences down there.
Yeah.
That's a great song too. Cowboy boots and bathing suits, and I think that's it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
well,
away to Belize with me.
Yeah. Come away to Belize. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's a great
That's
tune.
it. I love that.
Well, man, I'm glad we got you in. I'm glad that.
I'm glad you woke up early for us. Thank
Well,
you
You
so
should feel
much.
special.
Well, I do. I am honored because I'm a huge fan. So,
Well, Brian says, you think we can get him up that early? I'm like, I'll have the hippie chick call him.
and now I got him on WhatsApp. Okay, so now I got him on WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can talk to you when you go to Belize, and so we can keep in touch.
It's awesome, man.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Well, listen, man, for everybody that, I'm approaching 60 as well. And when you turn 50, everybody's like, well, everything goes to hell and all that stuff, and a lot of things do. But you also feel like you got your second win. You're fighting it. But by the time you get to 60, you're like, man, I need to slow down a little bit.
That's one of the things that I'm doing is slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid cash for my place down there, and I got a little place in northern Wisconsin, so
Nice.
I don't have to pay rent anymore.
There you go, man.
That is the ticket.
Don't have to work as much.
There you go. Well, Roger
awesome.
Jokela, real quick, how can people find your music, follow you, all that good stuff?
Find me online, just my first and last name.com, rogerjokela.com, or flipflopfeeling.com, or
Yeah.
keywesternswing.com. They all take you to the same website.
That's awesome.
Well, come around here. We're going to get a quick picture with you, and then we're going to throw it back to stage. So, Jason H., thank you so much, man,
You
for
bet.
being here, man.
Thank you so
man.
much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.